Well, hello there, Mr. Griftastic here again with another Google Meet tip or trick. In this one, the trick is going to be to showcase our screen, full screen out, so that everybody can see it, right? We also aren't going to be able to see our students in this one. So if you do want to see your students, that's another conversation. This is just for educators who want to broadcast themselves, who are wanting to broadcast themselves out and want to force their kids to look at just their screen. All right. Now, the downside to this is the kids still can see little thumbnails of other kids, but you're definitely going to force your video feed of you, your primary video feed, whatever your webcam is or document camera, however you have it set up, you're going to force that out, and it's going to be large, and the kids will have to watch that. All right. So this is how to do that. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm in a Google Meet right now. I've got 3 or 4 or 5 people in this Google Meet with me. They're all virtual, except for our MTS admin here. And what we're going to do is a couple of different steps. The very first thing we're going to do is identify this floating window of me out there. This is a software I use called OBS, and it's what I use to create all these videos. So you're not going to have this floating window of yourself out there. This is only available in this application. The next thing we're going to do is scroll down to the bottom where it says More. Options. We're going to click those 3 dots right down here, and we're going to change our layout. We have a couple of different layouts, and I'm going to move myself out of the way. We have a couple of different layouts. We have tiled, spotlight, and sidebar. Okay, so on the spotlight option, this is what we want. Sidebar is kind of nice as well, but you can still see different kids on the side. All right, so I'm going to click on spotlight right now, and that is going to highlight whoever spoke last. All right. So Rich, our admin here, spoke last. I'm going to go ahead and close this. The next thing is up in the corner right here. I'm going to click this pen to screen button. So as soon as that pens me to screen, that gets Rich off the screen, and it's all about me, which is what I love at this point. All right, so it's going to focus on me. Now I need to project this screen out to my kids. Okay, so how am I going to do this? I'm going to click this Present Now button. All right, but before we do that, I want to shore up this image. So you see these black bars on the side. That's because of my webcam is in a 16:9 aspect ratio. Okay, so if you remember back in the day, TVs weren't always 16:9. They were 4:3, so they were a little more square. Now they're rectangular. In short, that's what that means. So what I'm going to do is take this image, and I'm going to go ahead and shrink it up over to the side, and I'm going to get rid of those sidebars like that. All right, that's all I want to do, and it's just aesthetically pleasing. All right, then I'm going to click this Present Now button, and I'm going to choose the A Chrome tab option. So I'm going to click A Chrome tab right there, and then right down here it says Meet. I'm going to choose the Meet that I'm actively using, and I'm going to click Share. So it's going to take a second here, and it's going to share out just this image of me being broadcast. Now, I can't see my kids because of how I'm using this feature, or how I'm using this particular view. So if you do want to view the kids and do this at the same time, I would suggest you don't use this view. I would use this other feature right down here, which is called sidebar. All right, so if I choose sidebar, it's not going to project me out. It's going to have that. Again, you want spotlight. You want spotlight on, and you want to pen yourself. That way, you're the front. You're the focus of the attention here. So what does this look like from the student's perspective? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's jump over to a student perspective. And so here from the student's perspective, we can see all the students in our class, right? And then we can also see the teacher in a much larger format right here. Again, this image of me right here is because of OBS. And this is just something that floats down there, so I'll put me over there. The student could go ahead and change their view as well and adjust this in any way they wanted to, right? They could click down here and they could change their view if they wanted to, but it's not going to affect it. It's not going to affect them missing out on your presentation. You are still broadcasting out. I think I'm on this camera right here. Nope, this one. Yep. You're still broadcasting out to this camera here. So anywho, this is the best possible way to broadcast yourself out to the kids if you want to read a book, if you want to showcase something on the board, in order to get your picture out the largest. All right, so that's my tip or trick on how to do that. If you missed any of these steps, rewind this video and watch it again. A few more views of this video isn't going to hurt me. All right. So I hope that answered your questions. And if you have any others, feel free to put them in the comments below, and I will be happy to create more tips and tricks for you. Again, this is Mr. Graftastic here in Mobile Tech Studio B, working for Mobile Tech Services. I hope you have a griftastic day. Thanks.